Welcome back to the Stephen A. Smith Show. Without further ado, because I don't want to waste time, I want y'all to check out the discussion I had just a few days ago with the hilarious, the one and only JB Smoove. Enjoy.
I wouldn't be chasing it if I didn't believe that the world needs this product.
Let's go.
Welcome to Buy It Now, the show where aspiring entrepreneurs get the opportunity of a lifetime.
You know I'ma get you right.
In each episode, the entrepreneurs get 90 seconds to pitch to an audience of potential customers.
This is match point, baby.
A perfect lighted vanity.
Guilt-free ethnic fusion snacks.
Popping hand soap.
Pick up your game.
Hit the 100.
Customers
Like the product, it gets them in front of our panel of experts. Gwyneth Paltrow, Anthony Anderson, it's Tabitha Brown, Tony Hawk, Christian Siriano.
These panelists are looking for entrepreneurs whose ideas best fit the criteria of the 4 Ps: pitch, product, popularity, and problem-solving ability.
I'm going to give you a yes. I want to see it. If our panelists like the product, it goes into the Amazon Buy It Now store.
You are the embodiment of what an American entrepreneur is.
You're going on the Buy It Now store.
And at the end of the show, our panel will award one entrepreneur $20,000.
That's a lot of money.
Oh my God. Are we excited for this moment?
I cannot believe it.
Lord have mercy. That was a preview of the new game show, Buy It Now, hosted by my next guest. He's an Emmy Award-winning actor, comedian, and writer. Please welcome. I know he thinks he's one of the best-dressed brothers in the world. I don't know about all of that. We could talk about that in another lifetime. But Mount Vernon's own, one of New York's finest, the one and only, JB Smoove. What's up, big time? How are you, man? Long time no see. How you been?
Long time, man. I'm doing good, brother, man. You know how we do. Hey, we just keeping it going.
I'm feeling you on that. So they're going to let you wear that hat for this game show, huh? They're going to let you keep on that hat?
Man, look, I got every episode. I gotta have my JB Smoove going on. Every show a different hat, man. Every show a different look, different style. You know, I just keep it easy breezy, man. I gotta be comfortable, man. I got different glasses. Come on, I gotta change up. Everything gotta match.
Everything got to match, and I doubt you're going to have a different style because I've been seeing you with that same style for years. But the hat does work, JB. The hat does work. I can't front.
Hey, one thing about me, man, I might have 100 hats, man. They all have a different personality. They all ask, they beg to wear me. You know, they beg to wear me, you know?
Talk to me about this game show by now. What's the concept of the show, and what was it that you liked about it so much?
You know what? I'll start with what I loved about it. You know, this show, it fits me. You know, being someone who's always crafted himself on having a bunch of different talents and different things that I do. But it's all rooted in rooting for people. It's all rooted in rooting for success. It's all rooted in wanting people to be happy. And I think I'm in a happy business, man.
Right.
And that goes across the board, no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm doing movies, TV, animation, commercial campaigns, a little bit of everything, man. I do a little bit of everything, which I think works well for some people. Some people are good at one thing or two things. I fancy myself being someone who can do a bunch of different things. Therefore, I'm never bored in my process and things that I'm trying to do. But I can jump on board to anybody's product, anybody's production, because I know I'm well balanced in what I do. That's why I love doing late night TV. I love doing commercials. I love doing all this stuff. This is just an extension of me giving a hand to other people coming up. You know, this show is based in getting someone who's an entrepreneur on their process, keeping them going, man, getting them exposure to an amazing show, putting them in front of real consumers, and allowing them to have an opportunity to get into an exclusive store called the Buy It Now store on Amazon. This is perfect for anyone who's on this show to get their product exposure, learn a lot from amazing celebrity judges and entrepreneurs who are judges and Amazon executives. This is perfect for them. If I wasn't doing what I do, I would love to be on this show. I'm an ideas guy. I love ideas. This is perfect for them, man.
For me personally, the title's perfect because it's buy it now and on Amazon. Now, if it was somewhere else, that might not work. But buy it
might
now,
not work.
Amazon, I mean, it seems perfect. I mean, right there, that's automatic. Did that come into your thinking at all as to why this concept would work for you?
Oh, I knew it would work, man. Hey, look, all I see on my block is that damn Amazon truck. Man, people love buying stuff, man.
Right.
And Amazon's the perfect platform to do that. You know, I think here's what happens if I say it myself, you know, outside of the actual trailer we just watched. These amazing entrepreneurs get a chance to come onto this amazing show. I'm the captain of the ship. I'm the host, of course. I can't play favoritism. I just got to make sure the show is right, make sure your energy is right, give you the opportunity to pitch your product for 90 seconds in front of 100 real consumers. And when those lights start turning green, lights start turning red, you get a gauge on what people love about your product. But it's all these things that have got to work. Your pitch got to work. Your product got to be amazing. You got to have a problem-solving product, man, and your price got to work. You'd be surprised how many green lights people get. And then all of a sudden, I ask them, here's the number one thing, what's the price? They tell us the price, and all of a sudden you start seeing red lights, red light, red light, red light.
Now tell the truth. Tell the truth. When it comes to the brothers, that's the first thing we ask. What's the price?
First thing we want to know, how much you talking about?
How much are you talking about? That's the first thing we want to know.
How much is this gonna cost? People got bills, man. And look, people love problem-solving ideas, man. People love to buy stuff. But here's what this show does outside of other shows. Now, I'm not one to throw anybody else under the bus. I love all the shows that give these guys exposure and get their product out there. But this is something that these entrepreneurs, these professional entrepreneurs that are on the show as our judges, you know, the Jamie Siminoff, you know, the Gwyneth Paltrow, the Anthony Anderson, the Tabitha Brown, the Christian Siriano, the Tony Hawk. These are people who are doing it, man. Their products are killing it right now. And these entrepreneurs get a chance to learn from people who are really doing it. This is a chance to get feedback, positive and negative feedback. And the main thing that makes this show go is we want you to get into the Buy It Now store. So my thing is this, man. I got a playground up there on this show, as you see from the trailer. Man, I'm having a blast. I'm trying the products. I'm keeping it going. I'm getting them laughing. I'm getting them loose because they got to do a 90-second pitch, and they got to sell their product, man.
Right.
And it's up to me to make sure the playing field is even and to make sure that these consumers give them positive or negative feedback so they know where they're going at.
Let me chime in here. How's it different from Shark Tank? And I ask that respectfully only from the standpoint that when we think about product, you know, and we think about pricing and we think about problem solving, we think about all of those things that you threw out there. A lot of times when people are thinking about it, the only thing we've had to lean on truly, you know, in the modern era is something like Shark Tank. I know you well enough to know your competitive fervor, how you like to do things, and how you like to stand out. The one thing about you is you don't like to be like anybody but JB Smoove. That's how you roll. That's how you roll. So how is this going to be different?
Here's how it's different. Shark Tank is a great show. Don't get me wrong. Shark Tank is looking for investors to invest in a product, you know, and a lot of them products need help building their business and to get them to the point where they are a successful entrepreneurs.
Okay.
This show is different because I get you in that buy. I get you over here to these celebrity judges and they give you their feedback. All you need is who of those celebrities, if you add in the Amazon rep, now the Amazon rep knows exactly what's going to work on Amazon. That's their job. They know what's going to click. They know what's going to sell millions of items. They know what it is. You combine them with these experienced entrepreneurs for products that are already existing that you can, that's why it's called Buy It Now.
Right.
Not get investors to come on board to help you. You know, not knocking anything. That's still a process of this. These people are past that point. They're to the point right now where they want millions of eyes on their product that you can pull your phone out while you're watching the show. And from the moment I say, congratulations, you are going into the Buy It Now store. When I say that, automatically that product goes right into Amazon in the Buy It Now store. You can pull your phone out after I say that, hit the button, and you can buy that product right away.
Okay, that's fair. That is unique. Let me ask you this question. How much money we talk about people being able to win for this on this show? How much money?
Into the show,
how much
into
money?
the show, these people have a chance to win $20,000 at the end of the show that they can reinvest into their own product. This is a, now look, there's a term called win-win situation. This is a win-win-win situation, right? You get a chance to expose your product to 100 consumers, get your feedback. All you got to get is 10 or more green lights, you know, and you move on to talk to our panel of amazing entrepreneurs, right? They're gonna give you feedback. Now, if you say you made it into the Buy It Now store, you just made it into the Buy It Now store, you also qualify for the $20,000 into the show. But picture this now. Here's the big thing to me that's the plus. In the moment, your product is being seen, ready product, whether it goes in the Buy It Now store right now or not. You are being seen by millions of people watching the show who can still buy your product.
I feel you.
Outside of the Buy It Now store. The Buy It Now store is just an exclusive area of Amazon where you can buy stuff that's only presented on the Buy It Now show. You still get
Props
opportunity to sell your product.
Props to you because you know what product you represent, and I feel you on that. Way to go, way to go, way to go. Let me get to you personally, because when you talk about winning, somebody that's winning is you. You've been doing a lot of big things throughout your career. Obviously, everybody knows you with Curb Your Enthusiasm, Mr. Leon Black himself or whatever. We got to get into that from this perspective. I think y'all just finished taping. Talk to me about what life has been like for you since you became a character on that show and what it's done for your career.
You know what? Here's the one thing I will say. As an actor, as a comedian, this is something that I think we end up in our process as entertainers. We end up going down a path. You know, I really, really fancied myself early when I started doing this. And you're talking about, look, man, sometimes I don't even tell how long I've been in it. But, you know, I've been doing this since probably 89. 89. I've been doing this. So for me, it's this. But I've always told myself that I wanted to be good at a bunch of different things, which I wanted to do voiceover, I wanted to do acting, I wanted to do stand-up, I wanted to do movies, TV, voiceover work, commercial campaigns, and that was always my agenda, to be able to do all those things in pockets throughout my career. When Curb came along, Curb is an extension of something that I'm happy that I started planting these seeds, which is the improv world. The first thing I ever did was take an improv class, and I think that having an opportunity to be on probably the greatest improvised show ever on TV.
So there's truly no
was a
script.
blessing.
So there's truly no script, nothing being written. It's all improv. That's what you're telling me, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
All we get is an outline of the episode, and the rest, we're just going at it. And that's the benefit. But now, being able to improvise has led to other things. So now everything I do, they let me just do a little JB. You know, I can't do full JB on movies and TV, but they'll do a scene that's scripted, and then they'll say, okay, JB, these last few, that's all you. Do what you're gonna do. And a lot of the times, the one I do last is the one that makes the movie.
Wow. Because
it's different. It's a different pace to it. It's not so robotic. It's not so predictable. It's different. But I tell any young actor, any young person, anyone who wants to do this, I always tell them that, hey, make sure you have a balance to what you want to do, so that you are prepared for anything thrown your way and any opportunities that you. Now you don't gotta have an opportunity where you have to say no because you don't have that skill set. Fancy yourself on making yourself versatile in whatever you do. It's going to be helpful. And learn and really just learn how to just connect with people and plant those seeds, because whether it's a month from now, a year from now, you have something to fall back on.
I got to interject, because it's easy from you knowing you the way that I do. You could go into anywhere. You could go anywhere, and you're going to vibe with people. You're the life of the party. You walk in, you're absolutely hilarious. You and I spent New Year's Eve together one time. We brought in the New Year, and you were hilarious. I mean, you just rolled up and had all of us screaming, laughing for, the next hour, for crying out loud. We brought in the New Year right hanging out with you. I ask you this question. When you think about stand-up comedy, one would think that's your passion. But based on what you're describing in terms of your improvisational skills and what you were able to develop over the years, I don't know where to go with this. Is it stand-up comedy? Is it improving? When you're doing movies, when you're doing television shows, stand-up comedy, what is it for you at this particular moment in time? Something has to stand out above the crowd.
I just feel like, what's that term they use? The sum of his parts. I think it's helpful to be familiar with different areas of the business. When I'm on a movie set, you know what I do sometimes? I used to do. I used to watch the camera guy. I used to watch the angles. I used to watch the cinematographer. I used to watch things that I wanted to know about so I can understand their job better. And know what it helps me do? It helped me make sure I was giving my good side, or it made me fix my posture. All these things I think we just have to be privy to in what we do. Stand-up is an amazing place because you know what stand-up does? You're in the moment with people. You're in the moment. You can leave there, drive home. They can leave there, drive home, and talk about what they just saw and laugh and tell those jokes tomorrow. TV and film, sometimes a movie will take months to a year to come out. You've already changed as an actor a year from now. You'll look at yourself in that movie and say, damn, I would have never done that today. I don't like how I'm standing. I don't like how I delivered that line because you got too much time after you did something. So if you continue to grow, you have to just understand what you're doing in the moment and also understand your path is growth. Growth is number one. And meeting people and being courteous and being nice don't cost you a damn thing.
Right.
And you're planting seeds for something in the future. My phone rings from people I met in 1990 because I was cool with them, or I ate lunch with them, an intern who are now studio execs now. It really is about how you plan on moving. You can move aggressively or you can move real selfishly.
Right.
You just got to find a balance there.
I'm wondering how challenging is it for you to be you? And I don't mean you specifically as in JB Smoove. I mean being a funny man, an individual that makes people laugh, that makes people feel comfortable in today's day and age compared to what it was in years past. I got to tell you, JB, I've run across people that were born in the 50s and the 40s who tell me life is harder now than it was in the 60s because of how divisive our world is, how the heightened level of sensitivity exists, how much more difficult it is to make people laugh and to make sure you laugh and have them laughing with you instead of them feeling you're laughing at them, therefore giving them a license to get sensitive and be upset about the things that you say when your intent is only to be funny. How difficult is it today to be a funny man?
It's definitely not as easy as it used to be. The world is moving in a different way. I feel bad that people have this, they don't allow this thing that we do as far as what stand-up is, the purpose of it is. Our version of this is to take another version of the world, another version of life, and give it to you in a more manageable format. Something that's more digestible for you. If we just had the real straight news every day, you couldn't survive. Your mental you would lose it. But to hear a comedian's take on it, and it takes the sting off it, we have a different system. We have a different way of digesting things and reprocessing them for the masses. I think that there's really something to that. If you think about it, comedy, stand-up is therapeutic in some ways. To comedians can take their real life and still make it relatable to you, even though it's real. They're dealing with it internally, but they're still dealing with it externally to give it to you so that you can have a great day, or they can connect with you in some cool way.
Right.
That's what stand-up's purpose is. Now I'm gonna tell you, man, the speed of the world today, I would not change my humble beginnings with this speed of the world today. I wouldn't.
Because
I would still rather pull over on the side of the road, drive my car, make a phone call. I still would rather do all that stuff. I still rather put a stamp on something to pay a bill. I still rather write a check. I still rather do all the stuff that I grew up on because I can handle. It's manageable. It doesn't rely on other people. It doesn't rely on someone giving their opinion on it. It doesn't rely on me taking everything they say and allowing that to change how you change the recipe. You got a recipe you already made. You're full of different ingredients. Your recipe is already made. You gotta like buying that product over and over again.
Right.
Because you like the taste. You like the taste. You like how it tastes. Man, I just like how it tastes.
I got you.
I don't need to make a new version of it to compete with that. Especially when you're used to doing things a certain way. So just know that, I tell people all the time, the purpose of a comedian is to make you happy, not to bring you down, but to make light of things that are out there that already exist. We're not creating things, brand new things. We're just talking about things that already exist. It's nothing that we're creating. We're not making stuff up. We're not giving you something different. It's out there. It's our take on it to make things easier for your mindset.
I got you. Let me move on. I got a couple of quick hitters before I let you get on out of here. When the hell the last time you've been back to New York, bro? Because I mean,
I'm in New York all the time.
You enjoying Hollywood a lot. You understand? You enjoying Hollywood a lot. You in New York a lot?
I'm always in NY, man. I'm in NY all the time. I travel. Look, we got a spot in Brooklyn, man. I'm back there all the time. I got my Mount Vernon roots. Gotta come and check on mama.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm always in New York City, man.
Just
whether
checking.
you see me or not, I'm always in NY.
I'm just checking because there's a lot going on in New York, like mainly our New York Knicks. And I want to know how you feeling about Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges joining the crew and what we think the New York Knicks are going to do this year.
Hey, man, I just did their Central Park block party last month. Man, in the rain, man, I had a blast. I'm telling you right now, man, I'm so happy with these trades, with this movement we got right now. I think based on our season last year, this is just building. We're keeping our building blocks there, keeping our chemistry, adding a few new pieces. The main thing, you know what it is, Steven? Chemistry is key to everything. If we can build some chemistry early with these guys, keep the core guys, which worked for us last year. JB is killing the game, man. Come on, man.
All right.
These guys get out there, man.
Not JB Smoove. You're talking about Jalen Brunson. Not JB Smoove. You're talking about Jalen Brunson in this particular situation.
That's right. The other JB.
The other JB.
I mean, shoot. Not that this JB couldn't get out there and do a few things. I'm just saying. We talking about that JB.
Man, I got to get on out there.
Yes,
go ahead.
I'm happy.
You happy? I'm happy as well.
Look, I ran into Cat in Cali in the mall. I ran into him, man. I said, because, me and him go back a little bit. When he was, I ran into him at one of the All-Star games, and he said, hey, man, my parents are going to come and see you perform. This is years ago.
Yeah.
My parents will come see you perform. I said, man, guess what? I got you. I got your parents. I'm going to put them on the list for the comedy show. His parents came to the show and enjoyed the show, man. They called him up and said, JB took care of us. He got us in. He gave us T-shirts. He gave us merchandise, hats, and everything. I took care of those people, man. To this day, he still thanks me for that, man. He still thanks me for that, man. And I always send him blessings, man. I know he lost his mom. And I always say, man, I'm happy that I got a chance to give them some laughter and enjoyment, man, because that's what comedians do, man. And I'm happy he's a Knick, man.
Gotcha.
I'm happy he's a Knick, man.
know
I'm
you
happy
are.
we got these new pieces coming in.
I know you are.
These guys are going to do some work this year, man. I
We hope
think
so.
it's a perfect window for the Knicks, man, and I can't wait.
We hope so. Boston and Philly, something to be reckoned with, but the New York Knicks are going to be in there. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch the premiere. Buy It Now, hosted by the one and only JB Smoove, October 30th on Amazon Prime. My brother, always good to see you. Got nothing but love for you, my man. We'll catch up soon, probably at one of
My
these
dude.
games.
NYC.
You know it. Take it easy, bro. Always good to talk to my man JB Smoove. One of the best times I ever had bringing in a new year was the New Year's Eve party I spent with him a few years ago. That brother is truly funny, truly special and gifted, whose heart is in the right place. Always wishing him nothing but the best.